Hello, my beautiful Libra Dragons. Welcome to your reading for October 2021. I've pulled out some overall energy cards, so let's get to it, shall we? So, I have chaos and conflict, higher power, and a leg up. Now, when I see this, I see that you're going through something, or you might have been, depending on where you're at with it, and you need to sort of in order to get through it, you need to connect into a more meditative manifestation state, right? So you need to take it and go higher with it, and that's going to give you a leg up on this situation. So whatever is causing you some sort of stress, you need to attack it instead of going the way that one normally would. You need to sort of take, and I hate saying this because I really hate it, not the high road, but perhaps a road that comes with more mental clarity and guidance from your deeper soul knowing, right? So let's get some cards with this. I think it's important to note here, look at this. So chaos and conflict is 2 threes. Higher power is 4, and a leg up is 3, 4. So you have lots of 3s and 4s here. So 3s are about growth and expansion and birth. Okay, 4 is about caution, risk, and needing some sort of stability and order. Okay, or finding stability and order. And so I think that what it is it's you finding, it's you using this growth and this expansion, using the higher power to actually create this stability, and to deal with whatever this risk is that's being brought out to you. I hate saying it, but it sounds like it's almost like you've been preparing to do something like this, and now it's like, okay, so here this is going to happen. How are you going to deal with it, Libra? And it's like, so you know what you should be doing. So where are you going to go to with this, right? What are you going to do? So let's get some cards for you guys. October, Libra. Come on. Excuse me. This is a very interesting situation. I like it when it seems like the readings aren't, some readings are very usual. This seems a little bit different and unique. So I might be pulling in, maybe a bunch of you are going through something, but it seems like it seems like it could be a common situation, but with a twist, right? So it's not your usual martini. Okay, so let's see, because now we have some cards. Let's see what we have here. That's amazing. So, yeah. So you're going in, you're finding your spiritual teachings, right? This is this wisdom. You have had some education. You have had to, you have this power now, and it's created this firm foundation, right? You have had an emotional loss, right? So there is something that's going on. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that it has to do with love, okay? It could be a friend, it could be a business, it could be a business partner, it could be something. You have some sort of loss that you took to heart, okay? And it could be, see the spiral in the background, that could be, it could be sort of a repeating pattern, but I feel like because you've done the work, right, you have this newfound knowledge on how you're actually going to deal with it, and look, you have triumphant success, right? You have just victory, right? Mental clarity. You're seeing the truth, right? And it's almost like you're gonna go through this, and it's almost like you might think about going into an old pattern, but you're like, oh, you have like an aha moment. That's what they were talking about when we did this and when we talked about this. I feel like you're gonna be applying something new that you've learned or you've acquired or you've downloaded somehow that, and this is going to give you a leg up, right? You're going to have victory, right? It's not going to affect you as badly. It's not going to play with you as hard as it did before, right? Because we always, life is about having certain amounts of chaos and conflict in our life, right? And it's all about how we deal with it. But I feel like you have these new ahas and you're having success, right? You're like, oh, now I know. Now I know how to deal with it and I know how to manage it. It's good. It's very good. It doesn't have to be spiritual wisdom either. It could be that you took a course, right? Or that you were talking to somebody and somebody just said some things and what they say comes back. Yeah, patience and planning. You've been working on the education part that's going to help you get through to this, to get to the leg up and to get to the success. This has been something that you've been working on for a while, right? So I don't see it's something that you've known has been there and you've sort of patiently been sort of trying to strip away at it, right? Just try to get to the bottom of whatever it is. This is really good. I don't know why I'm not getting any cards. More cards for Libra? No, this is like the world's shortest monthly read so far for Libra. Oh, guys, so while I'm waiting for cards to come out, I'm doing these little love readings, too. They're fun. There's no timeline on them. I'm just doing them. And they just come out whenever. So make sure that you're subscribed because you'll see whenever they come up. I'm just sort of randomly sort of filling in some blanks with them. I've been asked to do some love-specific readings. So each reading has a couple and a single aspect to it. I do singles first and then couples, but they're just short little readings. Just a little, hey, just a little bit of like relationship advice from a friend. Hey, this is what's happening. This is what's going on, right? Okay, so this is what's come out is patience and planning came with obstacles and challenges. So I think that while you were going through it, like you maybe you had this in mind when you were doing this. I don't get that sense though. I really get the sense that you might not have known that there was an obstacle there. And as you did this, now if it's presented itself, you know how to deal with it. Wow. So once you speak up for yourself, once you speak clearly and get your words and your mind under control, you're going to be ending a very difficult and long pattern. You're going to be free to love. Okay, maybe this is love. It's just a beautiful, universally aligned energy. Okay, could mean that you're traveling overseas as well, but you have come full circle. Okay, you've completed a cycle, and it means that you are good to move ahead, right? So this is what happens from this. This leg up is you closing this cycle because you learn. It's like you've made it through this one thing. It's a really, really lovely energy, Libra. I feel like, I know that this is short, but what I feel very much so is that there's a lot of stuff back here that you know about. I don't need to pull out everything to do with the past that's gotten you to this point, and you don't need to go through that again anyways. This is from here forward, and this is sort of, you know how sometimes you go through something and it's huge, and as time goes on, it sort of shrinks, and then it just becomes this little, right? And then it goes there. It's not all-consuming anymore, okay? And nor should it be, right? Because now you're moving on. You learned from it, right? It's not taking over your life anymore. So the two cards that you got out were returning home, transition, life between lifetimes, and loving welcome. So, and you have the crystal past, so mineral spirits and crystal beings. So for the returning home, I'm wondering if you are finding or reconnecting with somebody who actually has a deep soul connection with you. Maybe you had left it in the past and there was lots of conflict surrounding it, and you're now closing out that cycle, and you're able to return home. You're able to go and go towards something, but in a different way. It's going to be healthy. It's going to be creating a pattern that is much more beneficial for you. Yeah? And then the crystal path, yeah, it's like the path is going to be just glowing for you. You're just going to feel like you're floating because you've actually, you know, you did it. You did it. Right? That's just what I'm hearing so much is just you did it. And I get this like butterfly feeling in my chest. It's like, oh, you did it. Look what I did. So, Libra, that is your reading for October. Please watch. I have the mid-months, the moons, the bonuses. If enough people like it, you'll get in on the bonus. And as well as the little love readings are going to be popping up for you guys. Okay? Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Thanks, guys.